According to the latest figures, a further 3 people have died. Well, in the last few months, we've seen many images of people getting that COVID vaccine as the rollout continues. Well, 400 staff at a Wrexham plant are working 24/7 to produce 100 million doses, as Matthew Richards reports. Wales have won the Six Nations Championship. They weren't playing tonight, of course, but an impressive Scottish performance in Paris denied the French the title and secured a first trophy for Wales coach Wayne Pivac, who says he's over the moon. Jared Latham reports. Plaid Cymru are promising to deliver a big expansion of the free school meals programme and to create 60,000 new green jobs if they win the Senedd elections in May. A teacher from Pontypool says he's overjoyed after winning a prestigious poetry prize. Judges said Marvin Thompson's poem, called The Fruit of the Spirit is Love, Galatians chapter 5 verse 22, was brave and honest. He's been speaking to Nellie Bird. And congratulations to Marvin. Well, let's take a look at the weekend weather forecast now. Ben Azachka has all the details. And that's all from the Wales Today Late team. Thanks for your company and do have a very good night. Bye-bye. In Wales Today, we look ahead to the easing of some lockdown restrictions. The stay local rule ends tomorrow and there's some reopening of tourism with bookings for self-contained accommodation. Join us at 6:30 for the details on the new rules in Wales. In Wales Today, families outdoors. The Welsh Government has confirmed which restrictions are to be relaxed. So what are the main changes? Well, the stay local rule will end, but due to restrictions elsewhere, non-essential trips to and from other UK nations won't be allowed for at least another 2 weeks. 6 people from 2 households will be able to meet up outside and will be allowed to check into self-contained holiday accommodation, including hotels with en-suite facilities and room service. And organised sports and activities for under 18s can also start back. Well, we'll have more on that later, but first, here's Craig Duggan. In the last few months, we've seen many images of people getting the COVID vaccine, of course, as the rollout continues. We know how hard the staff administering them are working, but so too are thousands of others manufacturing the jabs. We're like the 400 staff at a Wrexham plant producing 100 million doses, as Matthew Richards reports. This week, we've been looking back at a year since the first lockdown. But did the Welsh Government make the right decisions? Our political correspondent, Daniel Davis, has been talking to politicians about whether things could have been done differently. Well, the last year has been so difficult for so many, but volunteers of all ages have stepped up to make the lives of others a little easier. The Wales Council for Voluntary Action says 18,000 people signed up a year ago. By December, it had risen to 22,000. Well, I've been hearing from just a few people who've gone the extra mile. Just some of the amazing people who've given their time over the past 12 months. Now, they may not be playing, Thomas, but Wales could be crowned Six Nations champions tonight.
Yes, Jen. If Scotland are celebrating in Paris tonight,
Good evening, noswaith dda i chi. It's official. From tomorrow, we'll be able to travel across Wales and meet loved ones outdoors. The Welsh Government has confirmed which restrictions are to be relaxed. So, what are the main changes? Well, the stay local rule will come to an end, but due to restrictions elsewhere, non-essential trips to and from other UK nations won't be allowed for at least another 2 weeks. 6 people from 2 households will be able to meet up outside and will be allowed to check into self-contained holiday accommodation. That includes hotels with en-suite facilities and room service. Organised sports and activities for under 18s can also start back. Well, we'll have more on all of that later, but here's Craig Duggan.